kembali lagi di konten terbaru. Dan kali ini I'm doing podcast. Kita bakal cerita santai aja. We're gonna talk about video games, and di sebelahku sudah ada special guest, and this is one of my family members. Okay, then before we get into the video, I'm Nandia, your podcaster, and this is Let's Get Into the Show. Good evening, my brother. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Well, I am her brother. That's the first. Ya kan. Pertama-tama, ya, halo semuanya. Nama gue Aji. Ya kan. Yeah, we're gonna talk about video games, I guess.
Okay, let's talk about video games, especially Capcom.
Oof, gotta love that developer.
Yes. Capcom, one of the Japanese video game company we know, it has created a number of critically acclaimed and multi-million selling a number of game franchises. Some know that salah satu game terbaiknya yang pernah ada dirilis adalah Street Fighter, Ace Attorney, Resident Evil, dan yang sedang naik daun lagi nih ya, Devil May Cry. Devil May Cry. It's weird if some gamers never ring a bell to that video game name, right? Dan tidak lama setelah rilisnya Devil May Cry Peak of Combat yang dirilis di platform mobile seperti iOS dan Android yang dirilis pada tahun 2024. Netflix.
Yeah, what about it?
Ya.
What about it?
Netflix memutuskan untuk merilis kabar baru, yaitu animasi seri Devil May Cry dengan Capcom sebagai asosiasinya dan dikreasikan oleh Adi Shankar dan diproduksikan oleh Studio Mir. So, have you watched the news trailer?
Well, I've watched the teaser at first. Gue nonton teasernya.
Yes.
Embarrassing, to say the least.
Okay.
Embarrassing, ya kan? Capcom sebenarnya udah berani mengasosiasikan dirinya sendiri dengan Netflix.
Yes, agree.
Dan Netflix juga sudah berani untuk bikin animasi yang dimana Devil May Cry sendiri yang acclaimed to be the very very hack and slash game.
Yes.
Yang dimana gue sendiri cukup interest sama game itu karena gue juga dulu main waktu I play the game.
Yes.
So many times. You can't imagine how many times it is.
Yeah.
I finished the game. I finished the first one, the second one, and the third one. Which the third one, Dante is really really handsome. And then yeah, he conflicted about the power within himself. He conflicted about himself, the personality,
Yes.
and his brother. Virgil,
yes.
ya kan, motivation conquered.
Yes.
In anywho,
Ganjar.
ya, sebenarnya ini gue nggak bisa bilang ini ide buruk, cuman suatu terobosan untuk Netflix mau berasosiasi dengan si Capcom,
Yes.
ya kan, yang mana I'm not hating about the animation, okay, it's superb, it's cool, it's good, like any other animation that Netflix, the mix between the 3D animation and the 2D animation,
Yes.
I'm not complaining about that,
Yes.
okay, especially maybe you guys doesn't want to watch the show,
Yes.
it's fine by you. I've seen the teaser. Pictured Dante as maybe you guys kalian pernah main Devil May Cry 4, ya kan, yang dimana Dante ketemu main protagonis lainnya Nero, dan di Netflix ini it's kind of interesting they bring the younger self of Dante in this Netflix show.
Yes.
But this younger self Dante really pictured Nero as much. Jadi Dante di sini tuh bukan Dante,
but Nero.
tapi ya Nero. Maksud gue adalah kalau Netflix berani mau membuat spin-off yang dimana atau prequel bener ya, prequel tentang Devil May Cry 5 atau Devil May Cry 4, yang pasti di mana latar settingnya yang di trailer yang baru keluar itu kan menjelaskan bahwa latar settingnya adalah si Dante yang ada di Devil May Cry 3.
Yes.
The timeline doesn't add up.
Yes, because he's fighting the villain back in Devil May Cry 3, which is the White Rabbit.
Yeah, you agree as much?
Yes.
Yang menurut gue adalah kalau misalkan Dante mau dibikin seperti itu, mendingan ya memang Dante aja, jangan bener-bener Dante yang picture let me get this straight, okay? You make a character.
Yes.
There's two characters there, Dante and Nero,
Yes.
in which they have the opposite kind of characterism. Ya
Yes.
kan? Mereka punya sifat yang berbeda, mereka punya karakteristik yang berbeda dan personalities yang berbeda. Okay, Dante is Dante.
Yes.
Ya kan?
Of course.
Sometimes he's goofy ass, sometimes he's
the
just
wacky woohoo pizza man.
Wacky woohoo pizza man. Sometimes he does stuff not seriously, even when devil hunting.
Yes.
Sometimes he does.
Yes.
In Nero, he has his own personality. He has his own verse of how he devil hunting.
Yes.
Ya kan? Yang membedakannya adalah ketika mereka berdua bertarung atau mereka berdua secara karakteristik berbicara atau melakukan interaksi, which is a different kind of thing.
Yes.
It's different.
It's
very,
obviously
very
different, you know.
Nah, di sini adalah Dante benar-benar dipikturisasi atau digambarkan sebagai ini
Nero.
bukan Dante, ini malah jadi Nero
Yes.
gitu loh. Yang mana gue sendiri itu di situ kurang setuju dan Netflix butchered the whole show without even showing the show yet. I mean, from the teaser, the trailer, we know that. And from the worst of all, I'm not hating the voice actor.
No.
Johnny Youngbosh really did an incredible voice acting through his career, especially Bleach. Yeah, the dub
Actually,
version.
after I found out about what happened with the previous voice actor of Dante, you know, in late September 2023, the first look teaser was released during Netflix drop on 01 livestream. Shortly after Dante's longtime English voice actor Ruben Langdon revealed that he was not asked to reprise his role. So maybe that's why.
See what I did there?
Yeah.
Yeah, they butchered the whole show without even showing the show yet.
Yes.
I mean, the teaser's kind of off. The trailer. I'm not hating on the animation, on the efforts to get the show done. Mereka benar-benar tidak menghormati karakteristik the original karakter
the OGs.
Yang dimasukkan, yang creator sebelumnya, yang di game, yang dimana seperti Halo deh, si Master Chief digambarkan. Begitupun dengan si Dante gitu loh. Kalau mau bener-bener kayak si di trailer yang baru kita lihat ini, I've watched the trailer, I've already watched it. Yang ngisi suara Dante itu si Johnny Youngbosh. Then again, I'm not hating the voice actor.
Yes.
Gue nggak benci sama si voice actornya. Hanya saja adalah kenapa harus dia?
No, because when I heard about, not actually heard, when I read out the whole Netflix problem shit, they say that the previous voice actor, which is Ruben, his voice doesn't add up to the Dante they want.
No, that's not make any sense.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense because Johnny Youngbosh, he also gets old, you know, the same as Ruben. Because why do they have to pick Johnny instead of Ruben? Because what's the difference, you know, if they still can.
And again, if they wanted to ask Johnny Youngbosh to voice a character,
Why not Nero?
I prefer.
Yeah.
You're right.
Why not Nero?
Why not make a spin-off, really spin-off that
About
dedicates
Nero.
about Nero?
Yes, about Nero.
Maybe his time after the Devil May Cry 5, the events of the Devil May Cry 5, or maybe before the Devil May Cry 5, out after Devil May Cry 4. I mean, why is not that? Or maybe just yet, we never seen any spin-off that includes Virgil. Right?
Oh my God, yes.
Where he comes from, where how long has he been, how long that's the timeline between Devil May Cry 4 and Devil May Cry 5.
We only knew throughout the novel and the manga.
Right. That makes I'd say that makes the whole new essence of the Devil May Cry series. Ya kan? Yang dimana gue rasa sih fans kecewa berat sama,
apalagi yang hardcore ya.
Yeah.
Hardcore.
Dan lagi fans juga pasti antusias menantikan di mana suatu saat kita bisa benar-benar full-fledged Virgil gitu, ya kan? Video game, for example, atau anime atau misalkan atau film-film mungkin live action atau apapun yang memang mengkategorikan live action is a bad thing.
No.
Don't believe any live actions you ever saw on the TV.
Wait,
No.
especially no. Except wasn't it the thing?
Except for Fallout.
Yeah.
I recommended that though,
Fallout.
which is good.
Fallout.
Yeah, Fallout.
Okay.
Fallout. They really did it. They're really good at doing good on the show.
Yeah.
Like they do justice.
Because they let the fans do the thing.
See what I did there?
Yeah.
Mereka membiarkan fans untuk berkontribusi di project tersebut.
Yeah, that's why
Inilah kenapa yang membuat ini elemen yang hilang, yang dimana para produser film, terutama produser, ya kembali lagi produser ya, produser, direktur dari Netflix atau apapun, they make a live action not fully dedicated to what previously fans loved.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what this is about. The missing element, fans. The fans want some fan service, lifelong. Dante beginning to, maksudnya dari awal pertama juga Dante maksudnya.
And they want the lore adds up as what the time went before.
Yeah. Especially the lores.
Yeah.
Like every other video games, every other show that I've seen, it doesn't add up. The timelines sometimes doesn't make sense.
Yes.
Ketika fans berinteraksi dan fans nonton dan mengekspektasikan kalau this film should be good, is at least 70% of this film is from fans.
Yeah.
But what fans want.
Yes.
Right? You gotta bring the essence of it.
Yes.
You gotta bring the essence. That's the biggest mistake and the biggest flaws that every big companies like Netflix or any other, maybe Paramount with their Halo TV show, doesn't have that kind of depiction between fans interaction and the film. Itulah yang menjadi problem sekarang gitu.
Yeah, I guess that's all for today's podcast. Thank you for untuk sudah menemani aku selama
Thank
podcast.
you very much for having me.
Yes, walaupun you're not paid to be here. I'm sorry for that. And
I'll conquer.
Okay. Thank you for everyone for watching today's video, and this is my brother, and I'm Nandia, your podcaster. I'll see you in the next content. Bye. Ngapain anjir?
Cut.
Stop.
Soy wojek. You're so serious. Soy wojek, Dante.
Okay. Ini kapan mulainya?
Fine. Let's go. Let's get into it. Hey guys.
Muka lu terlalu lucu di mata podcast.
Cut.
Gue bisa mulai. Udah patah.
Just cut.
Udah mau.
Udah, cut.